Happy Saturday and welcome to the Connect Network TV on the CW. Thank you for joining us for a very special episode of Major Impact. I'm your host, Ellie Joke, with my beautiful co-host, Aquania. And our girl, Terry, is under the weather, but don't worry, y'all. She will be back next week. So, how are you doing today, Aquania?
I'm doing great, Ellie. How are you?
I am doing well. I cannot believe it is almost the new year. This time it was literally just February, like yesterday. So
Yes.
it is so crazy. But, as we step into the new year, I really want to show gratitude for both you and Terry, and of course the show. It has really been such a fun and just enlightening year with the both of you. We've talked about so many great things. And this is the last show of the year. So it's time to celebrate. Now, before we go too far down memory lane, we can't end the year without giving you some of these hot topics. And this one seems personal for many reasons. Imagine finding out the credit union you're banking with may be racially profiling you. Navy Federal, girl, the largest credit union in the US, approved more than 75% of the white borrowers who applied for a mortgage loan, but less than 50%, of Black borrowers were approved according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Now, it's really important to detail that Navy Federal is not the only bank with this disparity, but they do have the widest disparity gap. CNN also reported on a deeper analysis that Black people are twice as likely to be denied a loan at any Navy Federal. I don't know about you, but I find that really disturbing that we're still dealing with these issues coming into 2024. I bank with Navy Federal. I've definitely recommended them to my community. So this really threw me off. What do you feel about this, Aquania?
My heart is broken because although not every member of Navy Federal is a member of our armed services, most of them are. So not only were they denying people of color loans, they were also denying those who have served our country. So I'm very devastated by this news. And I know that the fines are coming, honey, because everyone else has had to pay up. And I don't expect this to be any different. Bank of America, all these other big banks continuing to have systemic racism against our people are going to have to pay up and get it together, right? And then start to show the receipts, right? That they're doing better, because paying the fines is not enough. We need to have a culture moving forward that is more supportive of people of color, because I actually read some of these stats and it is crazy. Let me tell you, Black people making $144,000 a year were denied loans that white people making $50,000 a year were approved for. And I have some issues with this because we've always been on the struggle bus, trying to work harder, get an education, and then come out and make more money. And the person who gets the job, makes the six figures, still doesn't get the loan. The math is not mathing. So I'm glad that this has come out, but it still angers me a bit, and I'm still a little excited. I just have to be honest.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that number you just mentioned alone, the fact that a six-figure application from a Black applicant is less worthy than a five-figure application from a white applicant, that in and of itself speaks volumes, and I truly feel like in our efforts to close the wealth gap, we're doing the work as a people, but these institutional systems have to have our back, because how can we build wealth if we can't get an approval? So, girl, I mean, it's a lot, but in addition to us being entrepreneurs of color and Black entrepreneurs, this year we've also talked about the difficulties of female entrepreneurs, especially those of color, in getting loans for business, right? So mortgage loans for business. It seems that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau are also discussing this matter. In an effort to have less discrimination when giving out bank loans, the CFPB proposed to have banks report demographics and income of small business loan applicants. However, small business loan advocates say it would make it even more difficult for small business owners to get loans with all the extra paperwork and time. Now, what do you think? Do you think that that's a better alternative, or could we do something else?
Listen, I feel like there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and the stats and the data is really how you are able to document progress. So I don't
Mhm.
think it's the worst idea, but it may need to be optional so that people who choose not to disclose their race can still move forward in the loan process and know that that's not going to be used against them.
No, I totally agree with you. I think that it's just another step that they could take. But if it's not addressed under the surface, we're really just gathering more data just to say we have more data. There have to be steps really taken that say, you know what, we are going to strategically set aside a certain amount of money to go to this demographic of entrepreneurs beyond what we would normally approve them for because, our methods are a little outdated and probably discriminatory. So, girl,
Girl.
it's a lot. The struggle continues.
But listen, shifting gears to some lighter hot topics, I have a cute story for y'all involving the power of manifestation. Y'all remember last year when Nia Long had a very public breakup with her then husband, Udoka,
Yeah.
and he was caught in an alleged affair. The details are very messy involving players and him and some other people's bae. But
Mhm.
anyway, now we find out that Miss Nia Long has been out and among the presence of Harlem rapper turned podcast host Cameron Giles. He didn't hesitate to slide into her DMs back in the day. And now he is manifesting himself at the same parties. Which, how do you feel about this? Like, he made this possible. He willed this to be. And now they are taking photographs and being seen in the same place a year later at the 42nd birthday party of Rich Paul. So, do you believe in
Mhm.
manifestation? Do you think this is a possible flame in the work?
I definitely believe in manifestation. I feel like he set his intentions by sending the DM. And although she never read it or checked it, he put his intention out there. And that's how manifestation works. When you set your intention and you continue to just think positively on it, it tends to work its way back around. So I think this could be the beginning of something. But I just hope that he's going to do right by her because we love Nia. We stand for Nia, and we will not accept some other clown, okay, doing her wrong. So I really hope he has great intentions.
I agree. I'm hoping the best for her because I saw that interview she did, and it seems like she's really still hurt from her previous
Yeah.
relationship, but she is moving on. So let's see how this goes. But I did see the pics, and she seems to be playing it cool. She's not too lovey dovey. She's not
Mhm.
leading on to let you know how she really feels.
She's going to take her time. So we love that for her. Well, don't go anywhere, DMV. When we come back, we'll be recapping the highlights of Major Impact this year. So you know we are coming back with the best advice, inspiration, and juicy hot topics. Plus, all the tools you need to elevate your life in 2024. Don't miss out.
I'm Jessica Cherry, founder of the award-winning blog Life of a Cherry Wife. If you're looking to follow for mom and lifestyle content, fashion, Latina life, and good vibes, this is the place for you. Head over to www.lifeofacherrywife.com for the latest in these areas. Follow me on social at Life of a Cherry Wife.
Favorite entertainer, creator, London the Bridge Knighton, and I have new music out. Yes. Go now to wherever you stream and listen to your music and search London Knighton, LUNDONKNIGHTEN. You'll love my new take on classic gems. The closer I get to you, as well as get into the sexy holiday spirit with my version of All I Want for Christmas. Your girl just booked the movie too, so catch me Saturdays giving hot juicy tea on the Connect Network TV on the CW.
And you can currently catch me on BET Plus in the Love Tell series, or in November on Nat Geo and Disney in the Hot Zone Anthrax. You are watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back to the Connect Network TV right here on the CW. You are watching your favorite Major Impact. And if you've been watching the show since we launched early this year, you know we have had an incredible lineup. Okay, so I don't have to recap too much, right?
Absolutely. We had some really successful guests, multi-millionaires and all. We truly enjoyed each and every guest and their unique contributions to the show. Here are some of the most impactful guests we've had this year. Take a look.
Passive income is doing what my active income is doing, and start really like future planning. You know, I think that there's always a moment where it's okay to say, you know what, let me set some 5-year, 10-year goals. And next year, I feel like I'm really focused on that, getting ready.
Excellent. The new year may be the perfect time to look into some new investments, but also look into some old ones. As a financial coach, 2 of my most lucrative adventures has been real estate and life insurance. So this is a good time to do a financial checkup. Look at what do you have for life insurance and look at what are you doing with your finances. What do you guys think?
So let me tell you something. One thing that I invest super heavy in is my infinite banking, and that is leveraging my whole life insurance. So Aquania, I know you are a pro right here. Thank you so much for that. So can you tell us, how do you leverage and use life insurance as an investment? Because I love infinite banking.
Absolutely. So y'all know my story started with getting married and getting life insurance to protect my spouse while we were actually in the process of preparing to merge our finances. But that turned out to be one of the best decisions we made because our life insurance policies accumulated money over time and we were able to leverage that to do real estate. So in 2016, we invested in 3 properties, one for ourselves to have a primary home for our family, one for my mother-in-law, and one as a rental, which was our second rental. And so when you're able to produce assets that make money for you, you can use those to do other things. And that was the beginning of me really honing into real estate and leveraging life insurance to do it. And I'm so grateful because since then, I've been able to invest in multiple hotels, apartment syndications, and other things, all starting from life insurance. So I definitely think it's a great tool. It's a great tool, but you got to get your money right and you have to be focused on what your goals are.
Kim Kardashian's shapewear brand, Skims, which I'm sure you guys know about, it has literally generated millions and millions of dollars and $4 million specifically in just a week after launching Cardi's ad campaign.
My girl Cardi B is looking so beautiful. She is wearing the clothes and looking good. Her hair is beautiful and she looks comfortable. Like I was looking at it like I want to buy all of this cotton collection. So I was really inspired. I think it looks good, fits well, and it's really flattering on Cardi B's figure because this line specifically is really good for the curves. But of course, because of all the buzz, a lot of stuff is in low quantities now. So get it before it sells out.
I just want to know, how much do y'all think she paid Cardi for this? If she paid $4 million in a week, like, do you think Cardi's getting a percentage? Like,
if she's wise, she's getting a percentage. Like, you don't want to cap that impact, that growth. And hello to the transformation. Like, we're seeing some brands do a little bit more and transform a little bit more. So I'm happy to see a different side of her as well. I just love all the excellence.
No,
I don't know. I'm curious, but they probably won't tell us. I think she probably did like a flat fee plus compensation percentage.
Plus.
Because that would make the most sense, knowing that her brand, Cardi being in the clothes by itself, is going to sell them. But I genuinely think they did a good job because I looked at the cotton collection. The colors are very fall-esque, so perfect for the season. And just look good, simple and beautiful.
So come up with our special guest. Let's talk about some hot topics, some sizzling hot topics. So we remember Keke Palmer's boyfriend Darius Dalton made those comments about what she was wearing while at the Usher concert. Baby, and everybody, it almost broke the internet. So, rumors surfaced that they broke up allegedly, and Rexford Darius actually spoke out saying that he has moved on, honey. Okay, since the Usher incident, and that now new news is simultaneously came out with the release of Usher's new music video, Boyfriend, featuring guess who? Look, mind blown, Keke Palmer. So Darius has since spoken out on Twitter, again, going to social media, denying claims that he has spoken to anyone or given permission, this is a boss move, for anybody to speak to him about the incident. Plain drama. What are your thoughts, ladies?
Man, I tell you, some people just could not win. It's like after one thing after another. And honestly, I don't know if this press is helping them or hurting them, but hey, they are on the top of mind of people. And this video is going to get all the looks. So I'm kind of not mad at any of them for just continuing to stay in the news cycle, which is what some people have to do sometimes. But it is unfortunate that their family business is just out there and being misconstrued. And we really don't know the truth. And it's none of our business. So honestly, like, do you, Kiki? Do you, Darius?
I love seeing that. That just brought back so many amazing memories. And what would major impact be without our hot topics? Because everybody loves a little girl talk, okay? We talked about Diddy, Cassie, Britney Spears, Keke Palmer, honey. What story was the most surprising to you, sis, this year?
I have to say the Keke Palmer Usher concert was still one of my faves because it was all about women empowerment, being able to wear what you want to wear and be cute when you out with your girls. And I still just find it hilarious that her boo even cared so much about what she was wearing when he knew she was coming home to him. But anyway, that was my fave.
I totally agree with you. I feel like the way that story also ended up flipping, that she filed the restraining order on him for domestic violence. I mean, it was just like, I felt for her so much because now it made sense. He was probably controlling like that because of the abuse that was going on. So, just so many people are coming out with their own truths this year. Keke was one of them. And most recently, actor Christian Keys revealed he was sexually harassed by a powerful man in Hollywood, saying, quote, "Sometimes it's our greatest heroes." Now, he didn't name any names, but the majority of his films are produced and directed by Tyler Perry. So that's left a lot of people curious. But what are your thoughts? Is it appropriate to speak on things months or even years later? And should the aggressor be outed for their actions? Or is it better to not, say his name or say their name? Do we even deserve to know?
So it's none of my business, right? But a lot of people say the healing process for those who have been assaulted is to talk about it. So if this is his way of moving forward, then I respect that. And I feel like when the time is right, if he wants to disclose more of his truth, so be it. But I definitely think what's happening behind the scenes in Hollywood definitely needs to get cleaned up. We know from the Me Too movement that harassment is not something that is out of the ordinary. It happens way too much. And it's just surprising that he's coming forward now. But I'm not going to question if you come forward today or 10 years from today. It's all about when you're comfortable telling your story. I do feel like if somebody feels guilty, then they can speak up or make a statement. But if he's not saying any names, then who is he talking about? Right. We don't know. So I feel like, that's going to be his story until he chooses to reveal more. And I'm okay with that.
Me too. I totally agree with your perspective there. We've got to allow people to heal how they need to. And we're just spectators, really. We wouldn't even know these people if they weren't famous. So it's kind of like sit back and see what happens,
Absolutely. So stay with us, DMV. When we get back from the break, we will be joined by the entertainment contributor, London Knightington, for the last entertainment news of the year.
I'm Ananda Lewis. I help women thrive. You can find me on Instagram at I'm Ananda Lewis or on my new app, Elixir, available in all app stores right now. And you're watching the Connect Network TV.
95% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi winners, my name is Terry Kauser and I'm a credit expert and I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
Beautiful people, it's Major Mr. This is why I love you. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back to Major Impact right here on the Connect Network TV on the CW. Ellie's having some connection issues, but y'all, we're going to keep it moving because this is my favorite part of the show. Today, we've been running back our best moments of the show this year. And right now we have our entertainment contributor, London Knighton, who has spilled so much tea this year and she is not done yet. Welcome back to the show, London. How you doing?
Well, hello, beautiful. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm so excited to have you here because you always come with the tea. So tell me what's going on.
Girl. So amidst all of the holidays, all of the festive activities, etc., I have come across some news that I wish I could unhear. Let's be frank. Our beloved sports teams, just about all of them, are being moved out of DC. Can you believe that?
Oh no, what happened, girl? Who's moving now?
Okay, let me not get ahead of myself. Okay, but I would like to say 2 of our money-making teams are leaving to Virginia. The Washington Capitals hockey team, as well as our beloved Washington Wizards basketball team. Oh my gosh, I'm just so frustrated. Now, Commanders are already in Landover, Maryland, where I'm raised, Landover, but I digress. It's just like, come on. Now, there's still some teams in the city, but the economical impact that these 2 moneymakers leaving is going to have is really going to be detrimental, I feel, to, the Chinatown shops and restaurants in the city and the downtown of the city. And it's just sad because, yes, concerts will come, but that's fleeting. They come and they go. And like I've just mentioned, RFK, it's kind of dilapidated. People don't really want to go there. They will go on the grounds of the stadium, but itself is like a ghost town. And I'm just so sad. Now, a lot of Washingtonians are pissed off at this, rightfully so, and even some Virginians, because they're saying that, for one, traffic is going to be bonkers already. Now, you say it's going to cut your commute, but I don't know, because that traffic is going to be, oh my gosh, probably stop, like red lights, just all stop, just a parking lot. And then you have to think, like, for the city's camaraderie, like Lucy got some explaining to do. Lucy being our beloved Mayor Bowser, because during Mayor Marion Barry's tenure as our mayor, he brought these teams to the town, and now like they're going everywhere. Like I said, the Commanders are already in Maryland. It's like, come on. And some teams are still in the city, and we want to go and celebrate them and lift them up as well, like our Washington Mystics, our DC United, etc. But it's just a sad day for the city, in my opinion, girl.
I see it, but let's see what happens. What else is going on?
Now, moving on over to Cali, out to Aquania's way. Listen, our girl, Tiffany Haddish, she didn't call the second DUI, girl. And now she's awaiting trial. And it's just all sad. She was actually stopped by officers as she was asleep at the wheel for the second time. And this actually happened to her months back in Atlanta. And you see life history repeating itself. And for one, I just want my girl to, don't get that lit if you do get a little litty. And 2, I really feel like she should have a driver or something. Don't you think?
Look, I think if I have enough money to get an Uber, she can do it too. We all need to be safe out here in these streets. And it's not fair that she's going out partying and then getting behind the wheel. It's just not safe. And the fact that she's a celebrity is why so much attention is being brought to this. But we know that people drink and drive all the time, and we tell them not to do it then also. But you know what? Maybe she needs to get some serious help. Could be a cry for help. This could be a time for her to maybe get some therapy and figure out, why are you doing this behavior in the first place? Maybe there's something she needs to talk it out.
you know, and like I said, all my prayers up for her because it's not a game. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. So lastly, right, we still on the West Coast, out in Vegas. Have you ever been to a rave?
No, I haven't. It just wasn't my type of thing when I was growing up.
It's a little different. You know, I just imagine glow sticks and stuff, but I don't
And
know.
foam and I don't know, techno music.
Exactly right. That's what you get. But this is Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign, and they were having an album release party for their soon to be released joint venture, Vultures. You know, I didn't even know they had a collaboration coming out, but I do like both of them. I pray for both of them, you know, in their right mind. Of course, you know, anti-Semitic and derailment aside, because, you know, there have been some serious lines of communications that Kanye has crossed that you just cannot uncross. So with that said, I'm not surprised that his party was shut down in Vegas. I think it was in an empty warehouse in a Vegas desert, girl. You had me at empty warehouse, Vegas desert. Okay. I was ready for the rave. Because, you know, I could get my boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats. I got the lipstick, boots and cats. Let's rave. But empty warehouse, Las Vegas desert. That's where I don't like to make possible horror flicks personally. So, you know, and then with so much going on, it's just all a blur. And apparently he had a rant at the rave that never was, you know, they had to go to another location or it got shut down. But the people who were there, who stayed with him, they got a earful. He was ranting about Nicki Minaj not clearing one of the songs for his album. And it's just a lot in typical Kanye fashion, you know. Ty Dolla $ign sitting next to him and he's saying, well, if Nicki doesn't clear this song, we're not going to put the album out. And they're literally having an album release party.
Listen, I have come to learn that Kanye does one thing really well, and that's keep his name in the press. So I know that no matter what, he is always going to bring the drama, and everyone is here for it because there's always an opinion no matter what happens. So I'm just going to chop this up to another Kanye episode, and we're just going to let it go because Lord knows we don't know what to expect, but I will be listening to the music, and if the music's got it, we'll be jamming to it in the car because, you know, I still am a Kanye college dropout fan. Not all of the work that came after was awesome, but the one that was, it was, right? So,
okay, legendary.
You know, so that's where I am when it comes to Kanye. I'm just reading the headlines like everybody else. And if the music is good, I will listen.
And remember, guys, keep up with me on all social media platforms at London Knighton. That's LUNDONKNIGHTEN. Check out my website by the same name and stream all of my music. I love y'all. Peace out.
But thank you so much, London. This was awesome. Thank you for bringing the tea. Thank you for everyone who joined us this year. If you are ready to take your business and brand to the next level, visit us at theconnectnetworktv.com or join our network of esteemed entrepreneurs. We are wishing you all a happy new year, and we can't wait to see you in 2024. Ellie and Terry will be back with me next week. Bye-bye.
You're watching the Connect Network TV on the CW.